Do your neighbors judge you when you run around like a madman to the mailbox? Are you spending the last of your paycheck on a book of stamps? Do you find yourself printing form letters at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, welcome to Autographers Anonymous.
Welcome to Autographers Anonymous, a place where we discuss our addiction to the greatest hobby in the world. Here are your hosts. Guest host, Boss, the Boss is in the house. Scott from Reindeer Studios, Andy Summers, TTM Troy, Mike, the Godfather, and yours truly, Zane Savage. Let's go ahead and start this thing off with TTM of the week. And who won? Well, that would be Eric L. wins again with a Sterling K. Brown return, and you can see that right here. Awesome return, Eric. And if you guys want to enter, you have one more show to enter. So get those entries in as soon as possible because you could be the winner of all of the following autographs: Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Nolan Ryan, Joe Namath, Sally Ride, Jim Irwin, Daniel Radcliffe, Bryan Cranston, and Bart Starr. So there will be one winner. All the people that have won throughout all the episodes will be entered in one pool. So last chance, guys. Go enter graphersaa.com. Time for returns. What you got, Mikey?
Alrighty, let's get started get this out of the way. From the law offices of Francisco Hernandez. Once you write to Joe Exotic, you get on a list. He really wants pardon, so he keeps sending me stuff. Like I have any control over that. All right. Let's do 4x6s. Got a quick return here from Anne Rinking. She was probably most notable for All That Jazz. Boom. So nice little return there. Star Wars related, Ira Keller. Did a lot of the props and miniatures. There's Back to the Future. Cool. Here he is just hanging out in the Death Star. Return of the Jedi. And a couple of Star Wars buddies. Pretty cool return. One got smeared, which is too bad, but Bill Medley from the Righteous Brothers. There's the Righteous Brothers. And there's the one that got smeared.
Oh,
that happens. And this one, some guy that played for the Boston team. Ray Borg, one of the greatest hockey players of all time, and there he is with the Stanley Cup.
Mark that one in the archive. He just said a Bruin was an all-time great. Leave it.
but he won this thing not in the Boston uniform.
It's the real one, not inflatable. Right?
Yeah,
not the inflatable one.
All right,
he brought it back to Boston. He had a big parade here for that.
Why?
He actually did. He did.
It was kind of weird.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go on to 8x10s. These are all for autographs for Akira stuff. Chris Novoselic, the great Nirvana bassist, is still signing. This was one of the coolest episodes of MTV Unplugged. Signed it. I won't go through all of them, but signed some pretty cool shots with the late great Kurt Cobain. Mike Eruzione, captain of the Miracle on Ice, signed a few for me. So you guys know I've gotten him in the past for my project, so I got him for autographs right here, 8x10s.
Have you got these that project framed, by the way?
Not yet. It's gonna have to be a custom job and expensive.
Yep.
This just came in today. I did pay the fee. Jimmy Rice, Baseball Hall of Famer. And this is
2 Boston hockey players, now a baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this is just.
I'm converting. Did they win this World Series?
Oh, he's such a.
just
went right through the legs.
Yeah. Signed one. So I'm actually going to keep this one because I like the photo. Betty White. I sent some other ones. She did not return, so she is probably really slowing down in her signings. Signed one. Did not sign my other one. Steve Atwater. He's pretty much one per. I did include a donation, which he returned. So even with donation, 1 per. Signed for a fee. Mr. Eric Dickerson with a Hall of Fame inscription. Here's a cool shot with Walter Payton, Sweetness. Dwyer Brown, might not recognize the name, but John Casella.
Iowa.
If you build it, you want to have a catch. He played.
Don't make us cry, Mike. Don't say that.
You want to have a catch, Dad? He spanked these. I'll show that one. This one I thought was a cool shot. Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come. With the inscription up top and signed down there by his character. Is this heaven? I don't know. We have somebody from Iowa. Is it?
Not this week. We had a snowstorm, and then it's going to be 75.
Here's a cool shot. This is the actual Field of Dreams house and everything. And this is the one that I'm keeping for my personal collection. Included, if you build it, he will come. Want to have a catch? Is this heaven? No, this is Iowa. Go the distance. All the inscriptions.
Wow.
One photo.
He's a great guy in person.
That's what I've heard. So pretty awesome.
Artie was terrible.
Just a horrible person.
Zane just contradicts everything.
Signed a couple Indiana Jones photos. Great Karen Allen is still signing.
Man, yeah.
Mass, by the way. Man, going crazy with Massachusetts people.
Yes. She was also in Sandlot.
Yep.
The mom. So got her on that. Second try is a charm. I did not send the autographs for Akira stuff because he rejected it the first time. Willie O'Ree was the first African-American hockey player. Boston.
Did you send a donation with that one though?
Yes,
he does.
He charges $5 or $10 per photo. So I think $5.
That ain't bad at all.
No.
And
he's
a Hall of Famer now too.
Is. And last one, little video game action here. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. It's Fabio. So he's on the cover of that. And then I got him on some 8x10s.
Yeah, and you're keeping all of those. I know you are.
I'll put him back here behind me.
So put him on the ceiling of the bed.
But he's a model and on a bunch of covers of romance novels. So
I haven't seen Fabio in a while. Does he look like an old Fabio?
He does.
It's weird.
He has not aged well.
Really?
All right. I think that's it for me. No purchases this week. And kind of slow on the TTM, so I will throw it over to Mr. Summers. What you got?
All right, let's start off with an individual that I tried 2 or 3 times, and it finally came through. I became hooked on this guy's comedy act, but Sebastian Maniscalco sent me a like a promo for his Stay Hungry tour.
Looks like a very Boston comedian kind of guy.
Next one, I just threw this in a cheap frame. I got it a couple weeks ago, and I've been always wanted this. Unfortunately, it happened, but my Andy card came in with the inscription of what he was saying to the president.
Cool.
So I just had a frame laying around, so that's going to go up in the wall for that one. Next, just a couple, since I missed last week. Ann S. Close. She actually flew on the Hindenburg, as I covered up. She tried to sign on the front, came out crappy, but she did on the back there. She's one of the last people still alive that actually had anything to do with the Hindenburg. Next, Everett Alvarez. He unfortunately owns the record for the longest held POW from Vietnam.
Wow.
Signed that when he was shot down in that. Next, everyone, of course, has this guy, Bob Beckworth, who was with the president on right after 9/11. Snuck in there as the retired firefighter. Greg Lee. Everyone big fan of Greg Lee?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Huge.
He was on a show that I really liked as a kid. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, that's a show?
That was. It was a game show with
Right.
I forget what she was in. Oh, Lean on Me and she was a judge on a couple other shows. Dave Keon, Hockey Hall of Famer. I think Mike got him last time, I believe. There he is. Chef Graham Elliott from Master Chef. On that one.
Cool
And,
sig.
Cook with Love. There's the 3 judges from the original show.
Good luck getting Gordon. Enjoy the lotto.
Yeah, I've tried. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Else Cord, Bruin, but he is more famous for when the Bruins played in Madison Square Garden. Someone stole one of the sticks from the Bruins, and they all jumped into the stands with skates on and started beating the crap out of all the New York fans. He became a pilot, which he sent me a picture, but just show you he played for the Blackhawks too. And Mike Milbury, who was the instigator of that fight. This picture came out really blurry, but it was pretty hard to find one. So I needed that one. And he actually took this one and signed it twice.
Noticing a theme here, like famous fights send off.
Oh, we'll get into it.
Uh-oh.
Next, Derek Levescu.
Yeah,
I don't know.
excuse me,
Yeah.
who did you write to again?
That one guy?
Levescu. I can never say his name, but he won Big Brother. I don't know if any guys watch Big Brother at all. He won a few seasons ago. Oh. And you're going to miss the theme on this one. Paul Lincoln from the show Chips. Here he is right there. One of the hot girls from the White House, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Oh, but where's that ding? Oh, damn, we don't have the ding.
Yeah, we know the thing. She signed 2 or 3. I sent her a real close up to her face, and she never returned that one, which I don't blame her because it was kind of
Hey,
very
we're nice here. Be
wasn't very
nice.
flattering.
This is a podcast, and we don't talk about.
It was low
Plus.
res. That's
Yeah.
it was low res.
Lorez. Estelle Parsons, who won the Academy Award. I forget what movie she was for, but everyone might know her from Roseanne as the Grandma Bev.
That's cool.
Shark Tank, Damian John.
Damon John.
Signed 3 at 3.
Not Shark. He's the founder of FUBU, dude.
Yes.
That's like his main thing.
Well, honestly, I didn't look up if it was Fubu or Sean John, which I know is Sean Puffy, but
Yeah, that's perfect.
I always get them mixed up and I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Future NASA Mars lander, Elisa Carson. She finally signed my pitches,
Cool.
and I got another card from her. Almost there. Christopher Cousins from Breaking Bad. It was Ted who had the affair with Anna Gunn. Mrs. White. Since you guys are not Big Brother's fan, Eddie McGee, who won the very first Big Brother.
Legend.
Because he won it because he only has one leg.
Well, that's why he won it. They're just giving it out to people.
He made it through the whole season with one leg, so he had to do all the competitions with nobody else. One leg.
Isn't it just living in a house?
Yeah, but you have competitions and you have physical and mental competitions. What? It's a great show.
So you got
Come
the
on.
sympathy vote, is what you're telling us.
No, he actually earned it because no one knew how to play back then.
Gotcha.
It's different now.
Gotcha.
Musical legend Vic Flick, who played the theme song to James Bond.
Oh, that's cool.
He wrote a question mark because I don't think I wrote the right music, but this is the guitar that he used that he ended up selling on Pawn Stars for like 60 grand.
Nice.
But he played he's been in like 1,000 different songs, and that guitar is very famous, I guess, in the music world.
You can cut off that question mark and make it a 4x4. Just a heads up.
Yeah. Kurt Fuller from Ghostbusters, Wayne's World.
He always plays with that guy.
My personal favorite, No Holds Barred. And on Hogan, he wrote Jackass.
That's awesome.
That is cool. You should have Hogan sign that.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Carl E. Douglas, one of OJ's lawyers. There he is right there. And there they are hanging out together.
That's cool.
Couple last ones. Alfano Kun Q
Pardon?
from the show Breaking. Movie Breaking. That's him. Michael Chambers is still holding my pitches for ransom because I haven't paid my sent him PayPal money that he wants.
Mm.
There he is again.
He's gonna send you a video of slowly putting them in a shredder.
Yeah. John Wolfram, he was part of the Apollo 11 recovery team. He technically was the first person to touch the capsule when it landed. Here they are, Navy SEAL. Ruth Hyde Payne. Anyone heard of her?
Yes.
Mikey?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there you
John
go.
F. Kennedy.
There you go.
Oh,
She rented the room
cool.
to the Oswalds. There she is. Where they stored the gun in her garage. Got
Allegedly.
more Frank. Yeah. Frank Sartori, who is Georgie on The Sopranos, the bartender that Tony beat the crap out of any chance he had. Frank Severo from Goodfellas. He was also on a Simpsons episode. He is right there. And the last couple, Jason Navari, who was from the Power Rangers. He was one of the Bulk and Skull combo.
Dude, yeah, I met him.
And he put X's through Bulk's eyes and gave him fangs and a skull on this one.
Yeah, he signs a skull almost because it's Bulk and Skull with characters. Yeah.
Next one, Ted Benna. Yeah, there he is. Any takers?
Ted Talk guy?
He was the inventor of the 401k plan for retirement.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't remember him on Big Brother or anything. So
Yeah. And the last one, which I'm going to show you, these got smudged like hell. Reverend Bernie Bush, who was the clergyman for Alcatraz, but he just threw him in the envelope and they got completely destroyed.
Amateurs.
Yeah, I know, huh? So
that's
it.
Hey, Andy, your crop job's getting a lot better in those pictures.
Gee, thank you. I actually put zero effort into those two. I guess someone's watched the podcast.
Yeah, I've caught up on a couple.
Well, I guess we'll throw it to Boss next, right? Since he's talking. So we'll throw it to him.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
But wait. Hold on. Wait. I got a lot going out though.
Look at that, boys and girls.
Yep.
Yeah.
All that to D-wall us right there.
Better get it back in the next 2 weeks because that's our last show.
Yeah. What do you put 2 stamps on every envelope?
Yeah. I thought it was, I've been out so long that I forgot how many. But just one.
Unless you're sending some fat letters.
Well, I live and learn, right?
Oh, we're gonna have to give you some crap on that later. All right, let's go ahead.
Send
and
it
move
one.
on
Let the person who gets it pay for the extra post.
All right.
We're going to Troy. Troy, show us what you got.
All right, I only got 2 things because, like Boss, I haven't been sending out too much. So first off, this was 922 days for Brewer's Scooter.
I like that heritage. I guess.
Scooter Brewer. But probably the most interesting one was from Mr. Baby Alien, Mark Sanchez. Go Eagles and go Jets.
Butt face.
1,057 days. They sent those to the Bears like 3 years ago.
How do you send to Mark Sanchez and not send the butt fumble?
Yeah.
I don't, because they didn't have a cod for it.
So make one. That's what I've been doing.
But he'll put go whatever team is on there, evidently. So, but that's pretty much it. I have been doing some acquisitions for the 91 Don Russ project, but don't really have any around to share.
So you forgers out there, you get on it. You get your forgeries up on eBay.
Get those up on eBay.
Troy's no market of mine, so I'm kidding.
Got 140 left out of 770. So.
Damn, son, that's good. That's solid. That's why I have to do a whole podcast. You just showing off your collection when you complete it. All right, Scott, what do you got?
Okay, I got some TTMs. I got Ed Mickelson in 9 days. He answered a question. Garrett Cooper would play him in the Ed Mickelson movie. Vern Law in 9 days.
The man.
John Wayne would play him in the Vern Law movie. We got Carmelo Pascual.
Ooh, I like the name.
Signed a doodle and personalized that one. Sorry, Mike. And Burt Lancaster would play him in that movie.
Well, make sure you put that on Star Tiger so I get my points.
All right. I have to show off my Alvaro Espinosa autograph.
Oh my God.
That was a gift. Purchase of an El Rosen autograph. And I have to show off my Don Mossy autographs again.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's that one.
Super collector.
Yep, there we go. I purchased an Earl Averill
Nice.
and a Rocky Colavito.
Ooh, slab.
Giant. Yeah.
You know it's authentic now.
Speaking of slabs, I got these back from Slab City. We got my Carl Erskine
Ooh, that's
doodle, and my Eddie Robinson doodle. And then I purchased a non-baseball item, the Tenacious D book with Jack Black and Kyle Gass.
Very cool.
So that's what I got.
I bought the exact same book, and I am like debating on whether I should sell it or keep it. So I'm in that conundrum right now. Definitely not selling it right now because the market's kind of flooded, but could do a map piece. I don't know. Also on Vern Law, if you guys are writing to Vern Law, send him some money for what you send him, because he's I think one of his sons has leukemia, and he's raising money for the funds for that. So if you do want to write to Vern Law, it'd be a good time to do it and send him some money and help him out, because he's been awesome to the TTM community.
Yeah, I think I sent him $8.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah. Anything helps. He, I don't know if he's announced that publicly, but I've seen several people say he mentioned it whenever they wrote to him. So, for me, it's been bad on TTMs. I don't know what's going on, but I've got a bunch out there, and my mailman has to be stealing my mail. That's the only conclusion I come to. But no, seriously, it's just, I think it's one of those times of years people are kind of winding down for the holidays. Hopefully people have some extra time over the holidays, they can get some stuff out. But got Jim Kitty Cat Cott. I love that nickname. Actually going to make a nickname card, and I'm going to send that off to him. Because Kitty Cat's just a ridiculous nickname, and I love it. So here we go. We have Linda Ruth Tossetti. So this is for my archives project I'm doing for my daughter. So it's going to go to her after it's completed, which will never be completed, but whenever she wants it, she can have it. So she signed this and another card for me, and actually wrote a really awesome note. So, and I think it had the inscription, 714. So it's got the home run inscription too. Rick Monday, who everybody's going to be been getting back, did not send the flag photo, which everybody sends, but had a archive card to send, or that's a fan favorites card. Sent to Tony LaRussa, speaking of the man we were talking about earlier, signed for me, inscribed perfectly to my daughter for the Heritage set, and signed another one. Again, if you want to see the other cards that were signed, and go to my channel on YouTube, Zane Savage, look it up. Here we have Mr. Ed Asner with a great inscription. Card got pretty beat up though, so I noticed with these custom cards, if you send the dark edges, they tend to get dinged up. So I'm gonna put these in a card saver next time. That way it can be a little better preserved. Got some oddballs here. Well, this one's not really an oddball. This is Jeffrey Aloria. He was the owner of the Marlins when they won the World Series. And these are oddballs. I made them myself. They're inventor cards. First, we have very timely autograph. The inventor of the N95 mask, Peter Sy. Signed right there. He signed 2 of 2.
Looks like he should be wearing a mask.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was just showing off, I guess, pre-pandemic, obviously. Dean Kamen is the second one, the inventor of the Segway. So I actually haven't seen any returns from him, so that was kind of a cool return. So yeah, that's really all I got, guys. Very slow the last 2 weeks, and I got a lot of stuff out there, so hopefully we get some cool stuff coming in soon. But let's go ahead and move on to Market Watch. And what do you got, Mike?
Ready, let's share some screens here. Boom. All right. We usually don't talk politics on this show, and we're not going to go one way or the other, but we do have an election coming up this year, and it's within 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Roughly.
coming up close.
So I thought it'd be fun to look at not presidential autographs because we know those are all expensive. But what about the people that lose the election? So what I did is went in and Google searched who lost the elections for the last half century. And we start with Hillary Rodham Clinton. Her stuff's a little expensive just because she's a Clinton senator, also former first lady. But you can get a cut signature for $100 book, $100 best offer. If you want something with her husband, you're looking at $1,500, and another book for $130.
I will say on her, it really depends on which signature you have, the long form or the short form. Short form you can get for like $30 right now. No PSA though. Like, I mean, it's her long form is the one that's sought after because she doesn't sign it anymore.
Yeah. With this, it also depends on what they did in the past. Like I said, she's a former first lady, senator, so she's got some credentials too. And then we go to Mitt Romney, also a senator, but not nearly as sought after. He hasn't really done much other than being a senator and presidential.
He was governor at those days.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, Boston. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why he's not worth anything. So, Senator, here we go. Slab, $23. Nice political sign.
People collect those. That's why it was so high.
Yep. Newsweek, $40, and somebody framed one up. That's an 18 by 21 and a nice frame job for $200.
Who has an 18 by 41 or 21 picture hanging up of somebody that lost an election? I guess he's a senator now, so that makes sense. But Andy, just have somebody just lost the election. That's just weird.
Yeah. Andy, what do you got behind you? I see some frames back there.
Which one?
All right. We jump to the previous election. Senator John McCain. His stuff, not a lot out there. This was a PSA search, by the way. Yeah. Not a lot of stuff that's certified that sold. There's a nice picture with Ronald Reagan, $200. And of course, he's deceased, so his stuff is going to be a little more pricey because you can't get it anymore. It looks like a business card, $125.
There's a lot of auto pen stuff out there of him. I wouldn't be surprised if they deny a bunch of stuff. PSA.
Yeah. Looks like a nice little book sign there too for probably not certified.
Oh my God,
$50.
$45. No way, dude. His stuff sells for like $15-20 all day long, inscribed, and you can see his handwriting. Like, it's real. That's crazy. Somebody paid $45 for that. I'm gonna
look him up. All right. I just got him back, so he signs through the mail. But John Kerry lost one of the elections, and his stuff is just not expensive at all. Or not even certified card. Looks like TTM, $3. Signed photo, $12. Free shipping. Or no, sorry, free return on that. And another card, 101. So his stuff's just not expensive.
They got sent in a PWE, I guarantee you.
Probably. Al Gore, again, he's got some credentials. Former vice president, lost the election, but he signs a ton of stuff. Politically active with the environment stuff. 8x10, probably an auto pen, $10. Letter, I'm guessing possibly auto pen on that. Yeah. First day cover, even possibly auto pen on that. And then here's something with Clinton and Gore.
That's fake.
Not certified.
It's not. It has a COA with it.
Dude, that is 100% fake. That's one of the worst fakes I've seen.
Zane, you better send him an inventor card for inventing the internet.
No, it's true. Yeah. I should ding these people and get eBay to remove their listing, but eBay won't.
So you do have to be careful when you buy political autographs, just because the amount of auto pens. Let's see. Here's one of our favorites.
Bob
Dole, who lost an election to become president. Senator, is now deceased, but his stuff's all authentic because it's certified by the big company. So hey, buy away.
It's all real, guys.
Yeah, PSA.
Even though his signature hasn't changed, even though he can, like, he's severely disabled at this point and can't hardly move. I mean, his signature stayed the same.
I'm not even sure he can hold a pen at this time, but
yeah, sure.
Signs.
You guys think you got an authentic that looks the same as 15 years ago? It's all good.
Certified card. They're not real. That's what we're saying. But you can get one for 15, 20 bucks if you want an Elizabeth Dole signed Bob Dole certified autograph. All right, let's go to Michael Dukakis. Ran for president. I don't know much about him other than he lost an election. I don't know.
And he was the governor of.
Who cares? Andy?
Massachusetts. What the hell?
Okay, there you go. Somebody got a Patriots helmet signed. Sure, why not? $100. Here's a election photo, and again the presidential sign. So if you have these, stick them in your garage to get them signed later. They'll be worth $50.
Stickers too.
Didn't he have some kind of controversy that cost him the election?
I wasn't around back then. I was
no. The big thing with him was when he ran. There's a great photo of him on top of the tank. Someone's driving a tank and he's in the turret with the tank helmet on.
That's not.
And he's getting bounced all around.
I'm thinking who's the one that had like the woman, not his wife, sitting on his lap that cost him the election.
I don't think anything. I think Dukakis was going to lose either way.
Yeah,
I think people made fun of Dukakis because he wasn't going to win or something. I don't remember because I was 1 year old. I'm just going off like historical stuff.
Yeah, we're getting back in time here.
Yeah.
Well, he signs all the time too. That picture, and he was actually on The Simpsons. He actually has a Simpsons silhouette picture of him. So
there's a "Where's the beef" thing with him too, wasn't there? Didn't he have like an ad, or he said "Where's the beef" or something during his campaign? I don't remember.
I was like 10. I
was 1.
All right, moving on. Now we're getting 84. Excuse me, Walter Mondale. His stuff's a little more expensive. Again, not with us anymore, right?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think he stopped signing.
He sent auto pens for a lot of stuff. So even the stuff he did sign is most of it.
Or is it Kissinger stopped signing? That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, well, Walter Mondale. Again, if you can get something with the candidates on there, a little more pricey than just something and by himself. And here is a nice book, $46. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean it's I haven't sold this stuff in a while, but it's around what it would be. Yeah.
And apparently he was a senator. So yeah. Last one, kind of the unknown of the group, George McGovern.
Oh, I know McGovern.
Okay, well, because
his campaign was very famous. It was actually covered by Hunter S. Thompson, and he wrote a book about it, a famous book, On the Trail with George McGovern. I forget the name. It was like On the Trail on 72 or something like that. And it's pretty famous. So that's kind of what McGovern's done for, actually, is that book written by Hunter S. Thompson. He also lost in a landslide.
Yeah. Well, here you go again. Signed photo, letter. Keep an eye out for auto pens. Again, the candidates, maybe get something signed by them that shows the year, both of them together. A little more pricey. And here's like from the convention type thing.
So I think Nixon won like 49 states. I think maybe McGovern won 1 or something. Like, it was crazy. You just don't, have never seen it, and you probably never see it again. But yeah, that campaign was insane.
Landslide.
And McGovern signed a lot. He wrote a bunch of novels and stuff, and so his signature's out there. But he has to be on the right item to sell a good price.
So I didn't include. There were people lost elections that were presidents. I just excluded them because their stuff's expensive anyways. But thought it'd be fun just to look at some of the non-winners.
Yeah, totally. Let's go ahead and move on to the Via Venue report, and I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess, around. Let's do November 7th. That gives you some time to get stuff in, because if I give you the stuff that's coming up now, you don't have time to get it in. It doesn't matter to you. So we have Chad Cordero, Philip Humber, Gene Washington, played for the Vikings, Corey Koski, Darby Hendricks, Jody Reed, Randall McDaniel, love that name, Hall of Famer, Horace Grant, Horace Grant, BJ Surhoff, Ted Simmons, Calvin Schiraldi, Kirk Cousins, Juan Padilla, JT Snow, LaTroy Hawkins, Salomon Torres, Javi Lopez, and Cole Roediger. There's many more, but that's what I'm going to tell you for now because that gives you a little bit of time to get your submissions in. Again, go to Baseball Private Signings on Facebook. There's several places you can find private signings, but those are some of the ones that come up real soon, so you get stuff in. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the topic of today, which is coming back to the hobby, which one of our guest hosts would know a lot about, and changing gears. So a lot of us have changed gears. So enthusiasm is going to be our first topic here. So Jeremy, boss, you are going back into the hobby. What's your enthusiasm level right now?
Well, it's watching your videos and podcasts, and talking with Stacy, catching up with old people that we used to, do the podcast with back in the day. It kind of rejuvenates that enthusiasm for the hobby. And I've been away from it for about 2 years, and you take a break every now and then, and
Absolutely.
we all go through it. But getting back into it, it's actually, it's fun, and I kind of miss it once you start doing it. But for me, it was out of sight, out of mind. So you just kind of don't know until you really start doing your research, trying to see who you're going to write to again. And but it's getting there, and I got about 30 going out once the photos come in. So, and I'll start on my next order.
You go in form letter?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Typed form letter.
Let me tell you something about that. I had to find, I knew I had a letter somewhere, and it was on my old computer, which I didn't have anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and it was a good, well-written form letter. And I was like, I know I got one somewhere. So I had to go through my old returns that someone sent back that they signed or something. So I got it back, typed it all up in Microsoft Word again, and saved it. So I have that ready to go.
Well, it's a new world in TTMing, man. There's some crazy stuff going on right now, and it's a giant boom, which is actually kind of hard on the hobby. But if you write to the right people, you can get some amazing stuff. So enthusiasm, guys. Whenever you guys switch gears or you get out of the hobby and jump back into the hobby, that first rush you get, how long does that last? Like, how long do you guys think that lasts? Anybody can answer.
Well, for me, it's as long as I keep doing it and I don't stop, the enthusiasm is going to be there. And that's what happened before. And that's kind of why I stopped. Work got in the way. I was working different shifts, and I just kind of got away from it. And that's when you lose the enthusiasm, because it's like, oh, I don't have the time to do it anymore, or I'll do one here, one there. But it just doesn't. You just got to stick with it. And if you stop
getting returns, and then you don't have that little boost.
Exactly. Yeah. You can kind of
look how excited the rest of the co-hosts are.
Look at these excited fellas down here or up here, wherever they are. So enthusiasm is a big thing. You jump into something, you form a plan. I'm always big into plans and like projects, and half of them fall through. And kind of that's kind of what makes it exciting. I think it's like I'm jumping into this, and like we're gonna see what works, we're gonna see what doesn't. I'm gonna fail miserably, such as the little tiny personal cards that I did when we first started this podcast.
USPS thanks you for those, Zane.
Who?
They're mail sorters. The mail sorters.
Yeah, jammed every machine they own.
Tiny envelopes, guys. They hate them.
And
so I sent tiny envelopes, and like almost all of them got like RTS, or like the post office did extra postage because of the tininess. It was
the stamp covered the whole address.
No, it didn't cover the address. It wasn't that tiny. It was below their standards, so they could just toss them. They didn't have to send them. Anyway,
I could tell you this hobby is a lot cheaper than my other hobbies I was doing. So it's kind of saving money, and it's
absolutely
it's good to get it's good to start back up again.
That enthusiasm, like even for the guys, like you know, I know Andy and I have been doing this. We haven't taken a lot of breaks, you know, big breaks. But when I go to the mailbox and I see envelopes and I don't know what's inside, I still get that excitement. I'm like, oh, why, you know, because I know what I've sent out.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
and I know roughly the addresses. So when I see something come back, I'm like, ooh, it could be this. It could be this. I'm like, I hope it's signed. So
Yep.
that enthusiasm still stays there.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Scott,
Especially on Monday.
Oh, go
Especially
ahead.
on Mondays when you get all the TTMs on Mondays. When they all come
Yeah.
in.
They do flow that way, don't they? You get those weekend floods. Scott, you kind of started back in the hobby, right? You like,
Yeah, I've only been doing this for about 18 months,
Yeah.
so I still have all that excitement
you
and
still do after 18. That's
Yep.
that's awesome,
Mhm.
dude. Yeah, because I always wonder. I think it just differs with different people. I think it's where you are in your life, like what you can concentrate on. If you could actually have time to concentrate on a hobby, it's going to last longer. You're going to stay, at it longer. But if you got stuff going on in your life that is just distracting as heck, I mean, I guess you could use it as a getaway, but sometimes that stuff just takes over, and then the hobby kind of goes to the side. But
And you don't want to get burnt out either. You don't want to just focus all your time to doing this, and you would just wear yourself. And I think that's what happened to me before, because I was,
yeah,
I mean, I was sending out a lot, and it was taking hours upon hours just getting letters ready and ordering photos, looking for photos.
Yep.
It wore me out, and I think that was part of the reason I took that long hiatus, because it took a toll on me.
Yeah,
After all those
burnout's
years.
definitely real. Like it's and that's one of those things. It's time, dedication, and how
Mhm.
where's your enjoyment level? Is it worth your like what you get out of it? And when that equation is not there, that's when it flips. All right, so let's move on to changes. So I would say the TTM hobby's changed quite a bit since 2 years ago, maybe not, but like since the pandemic, I'd say it's a new world in TTMing. And it's because of these social media groups that post addresses regularly, which we disagree with, especially when they're private websites that people pay for. How do you adapt to the changes, boss? Like, I mean, there's a lot to take in. Are you just like
Well,
basically throwing yourself into the community to learn everything, or
yeah. Well, I even reached out to Mike, because it's like starting new again. I don't know, and even Stacy, another one I reached out to. It's just like I'm starting new again, and I need to know what those changes are, because
Yeah.
I don't want to, I want to adapt to it, and
right?
it's. And there's a lot I need to know still. That's in the last 2.5 years. I'm sure, like you said, there's a lot that's changed, and and like I said, that's why I rely on you guys, to help me, and the community is usually good at helping, anyways.
Well, I'd say there's a bigger influx of
Mhm.
these guys right here.
Yeah.
Lately. So you're more likely, you're maybe not more likely, but you can run into some sticky
Well,
people.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of those a-holes you want to talk about, I find to be more the people that do more in person.
Not anymore,
Like
my
that.
friend.
Really?
There's
Have you
no
seen?
in
Okay.
persons.
Well, I mean, before
That's
the
what,
pandemic, I
yeah,
guess,
but
but
now like that's what I'm
it's.
saying. So like basically those in-person people
Mhm.
are now doing a lot of TTMing,
I
sending
gotcha.
pops.
Okay.
So you see them in the same areas, all the forums, all the boards.
Okay.
So that's a huge change because before, yeah, we had our share of a-holes, right, in the
Yeah.
community, but we had a
Mhm.
kind of a contained community of people that there was a certain type of person that kind of collected, and we all had the same
Mhm.
frame of mind. You got outsiders, lots of outsiders coming into the hobby because they were laid off or they have extra time on their hands because of the pandemic, and it's brought in some interesting folks. To say
And
that.
it's more of a business nowadays for a lot of
For a lot of
people.
people, yeah, they're
Yeah.
trying to turn it into
And
a business, and it's
yeah.
ruining addresses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I would say that autograph collecting is a little more cutthroat in the last year than it was, 5-10 years ago when we all started in the YouTube community. People, when they get something in, they hit the addresses, multiple times, and then if it gets out, that address gets shut down.
yep.
And it's get yours and I don't care about anybody else mentality, and get as many as I can.
And we see these private signings for guys that played like in the 80s for like 2 years, charging $15 a card for people to try to build sets. I'm like,
For
dude,
the set.
dude.
No, they just had a sign with one guy. I think he had 76 career at bats in the majors.
Yeah.
And they were doing a sign because they had a set fill.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And if it's
Bass Pros.
$5, I really don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when they just misprice, because at $5, like hardly anybody's making money. So like, and just to get a card signed where you want it or whatever, and it's guaranteed, I understand.
Well,
But some
it's $5 for the player, and then the promoter charges his $10, and then they're next thing you know,
that's when it gets hyped. So
that's $15.
Right. So that's where your problem is. I wish a lot of these players, they're going to pass pros, which we all don't care for. But and Jeremy doesn't probably even know about pass pros. Yeah, exactly. So let me explain pass pros to you. It's a little off topic, but they're a website, which props to them. They figured out a good business plan, but it does hurt our pocketbooks a lot. They figured out a plan where they wrote to a bunch of TTMers, got them signed up with Pass Pros. To get their autograph now, you have to buy the autograph online, get a ticket to print out, and then you send it to the player to get an autograph. So there are a lot of people that are signed up to Pass Pros now that signed for free back in the day, which makes set building even harder, especially for those junk wax sets that a lot of people collect. So, I mean, I don't hate the guy that created it or anything. It's a good idea if you're doing a business plan, but like for us, it hurts our pocketbook because there's always that surcharge on top that Pass Pros is getting.
Well, they're only thinking about making money, and that's their business. So
But
they don't care about anyone else except their pocketbook.
That's no different than what Steiner did with Steiner Sports. So he found a mark, and he's like, all right, I'm in New York. I'm going to get the Yankees to sign exclusive deals, and I'm going to charge whatever I want because I've locked them in.
Yep.
He just did it on a much bigger scale.
Yep. And these are changes that, like I said, you wouldn't even know about Pass Pros if you were collecting 2 years ago. So it's important to be plugged into the hobby or whatever change you're going towards. So let's say I'm going to be a pop guy now. Well, I can't just sit back and watch TTMers. I got to start talking to some pop people, because there's a lot of things I don't know about pops that they're going to know right off the bat. Or if I was out of the autograph game like you, these communities are great, like Autographers Anonymous, and there's several Facebook groups, and TTM Casts is another podcast that does TTM stuff. These things are important.
So Scott, you coming in new, how did you find like the stuff on like YouTube and get started on that?
Trying to remember. I got a couple autographs in person from some YouTubers, and then I just started looking up on YouTube how to get autographs, because I remember getting one as a kid from Mark Grace, and it just went from there. It was Sports Card Forum, and then I got onto Star Tiger, and now I'm rolling.
And that opens up the entire world.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you better tell Jeremy that it's no longer Star Archive; it's Star Tiger.
Jeremy, it's Star Tiger.
I knew.
Just let you know, all right?
Yeah.
Troy, will you send a copy of your book to Boss, please?
Boss is in the book.
I got a copy. He sent me a book.
Read it then.
A copy.
Boss is in the book. Yeah.
If you're a good collector, you got a
it.
copy of Troy's book. TTM, what's your link, Troy? TTM autograph.
TTM autograph?
Yeah, TTMautograph.com. I just want to get it right.
Troy Rudder on Amazon.
That too.
TTM Troy on OnlyFans. Okay, so
and Cameo.
So let's move to the market. Did your decision to come back have anything to do with the influx of people buying autographs and trading cards, stuff like that?
No, I mean, basically how I got started was just watching you. Actually, your Autographs Anonymous podcast I was watching on YouTube, and that kind of started the ball rolling. So it wasn't really anything with the market or anything. Just seeing everyone together again, Mike, Troy, Andy, and, you together again, just, kind of spark memories.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, then I started talking, I talk to Stacy every now and then, but, I started talking to him a little bit more, and it just kind of got the ball rolling. And
totally.
And that's all it took, I mean, it didn't take much.
Well, let's put it this way then. Going forward with your collecting, are you going to gear stuff toward stuff that's worth more money right now? Like, has that an influence at all?
No, not really. I don't think anything's going to change as what I used to do before. I'm not really in it for the money aspect anyways.
Yeah, it's just nice, like, side It's like oh yeah, that's worth that much. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
how Andy is. Andy's got like $5 million sitting right behind him. And he's like, I don't need that money. It's just gonna sit right behind me.
I'm not going to talk about it. All right.
Gotta buy some more
it's
bowling
not 5
cards.
million.
Some more
Hey,
bowling
hey,
cards.
bowling cards are rare and very expensive to get. All right.
Dude, he's just waiting for that bowling card boom, man. It's gonna come.
It's
Triple,
gonna happen.
triple threads bowling.
Yeah.
Team used the ball.
And I already know Scott doesn't gear his stuff toward the market because we've talked about that a little bit before. But I think it does influence a majority of collectors. I think you guys are a little bit oddballs on that because I think a lot of people jump on trends. I'm jumping on trends. Baseball cards are huge right now, and I love it. Like it reminds me of back when I was collecting as a kid, and they were just trading cards were like gigantic.
Yeah.
You had hot players, and they're just selling at ridiculous prices. It's fun to try to guess who's the new hot rookie's going to be and jump on that train early and see if you can, make a few bucks. I don't know. I like that aspect of it. So it's just different people with different strokes, different folks for the different strokes.
Yeah, one of the trends I didn't quite see was Chase mentioned this in one of the podcasts, and I didn't think of it other than us two doing it, but we've been seeing a lot of people doing umpires for the checklists for their sets, and that's now a thing. Writing to all the umpires from those years. So,
and I would say doing set would not be market related because we've seen sets that sell completely for lower prices, although there's some questionable signatures in the ones that we looked at, but
just a couple.
Some people are like, I just gotta be done with the set. All right, Jim Clancy, like so yeah, I think it influences. Yeah, there you go. It influences some people, but not all people.
Yeah. I've kind of changed gears in the last 10 years. I started off as an Andy Summers, and I sent out nothing but 4x6s because I kept everything. I had such a hard problem even trading with other people because I just kept everything. I was like, sweet, save. And then, 3 years ago when Autographs for Akira was kind of launched, I realized, the money wasn't in the 4x6s, it was in the 8x10s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I keep an eye on the market and what I'm sending out. I'm still collecting because, I still collect an 8x10, but I also, sell whatever else I get in plus, what I keep. Right. So I've transitioned. So I'm not taking a break and, coming back in, but, as a collector, I've evolved, I guess, and looked at it from a financial aspect. I mean, it is benefiting charity, but, I've changed what I collect too, because I'm like, I want 8x10s because I think they display a little bit better, but I was always a 4x6 guy. I've been doing it a long time. I know I got a couple people started. Stacy, I got him started on the 4x6s, and it's just snowballed from there. And they're easy, and I still obviously send them out because they're quick and easy.
You could always mat on make them 8x10. So you got
right. But
can we go an episode without talking?
No, we can't. That's why I threw it in there. I knew you'd get angry about it. That's
then you take a dry erase marker and just get the inscription. No.
But you know what? My question is, I'm actually curious where the boss ordered his pitches from.
So that's a good question. That's a good question.
Are they coming from China?
Shark prints or what was that other one?
So go Snap.
Yes, Snap.
Yeah. So I had to reach out to
that's why he reached out to me.
Yeah, I reached out to Mike. I was like, are they still good? He's like, no, everyone uses Amazon now. I was like,
Amazon's a place.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. That's why I started asking questions. Even I reached out to Stacy too.
No,
he gave me the same answer. Yep.
We've been at Wink. We were at Wink. Was it Wink Flash before that? What was the
Flash?
Mail picks.
Mail picks
yeah,
for
which
a
one
long
was
time.
From China? Was it
Arts Cow?
Arts Cow.
Arts Cow. Yeah, Arts Cow.
That was years ago.
You had to order it, then 6 weeks later, 8 weeks, you're like, all right.
Oh man, they've already died.
Right.
Okay, let's.
But there was no copyright when sending out the.
Yeah. Let's move on to the no-nos. So whenever you're all excited about moving into a new hobby, or not a new hobby, but jumping back into the hobby, or changing course, what are some no-nos? Maybe going in blind. That'd be a good one. Don't go in blind, like we said. Listen to other people. What are some other no-nos? Not
doing your research.
Oh, that's a good one. We love that
if you come in new, like Scott and Boss, talk to people, watch videos, get a feel for the hobby. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to get autographs. I'm going to send, you know, 8x10s to Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter and the biggest names I can find, because it's not happening. So don't waste your money, time and money.
You'd be that guy that sends money to the people that sign for free, and then that person gets the idea that he can get money. Then,
or you put 2 stamps on all your envelopes.
Put 2 stamps on all your envelopes. Yes.
Well,
You beat me.
2 stamp box.
I just didn't get around to that yet. I know now.
All right, 4x6. You can put one single, and stamps are 55 cents.
Well,
they're not 35 cents anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
I did get my stamps from eBay for rolls $38. So
Nice.
I think
watch that though.
have,
there are people that do is it counterfeit stamps, or how do they do that? They buy
stolen
stamps. Is what it is.
I don't care as long as they work.
I can watch it. I can picture the boss going to his post office with a 20, going, "Let me have a roll, please."
So I mean, we used to do it back in the day. The stamps that were uncanceled, we used to peel them off and use them.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't. talk about
we don't do that.
No, I mean,
that's illegal.
you know, I mean,
we talked about it though on the show. We did. We talked about that quite a bit on the show, because that was a big debate. I know our buddy Blood was a big proponent of that. But yeah, we've all strayed away from that.
Any postal service is watching this, I'm too lazy to do it, so I just throw mine away. I don't care.
That was about 10 years ago, so I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's that's one of those things. Again, that's something that changed too. That would be a no now. Any more no-nos we need to go over before we move on? Anybody got one? Nope. Okay, we're moving on. Giveaway winner for this week was J Flores K12. J Flores K12, congratulations, you won. We posted the giveaway on Instagram and had everybody comment to win, and he won that Jerry Rice signed Boston Red Sox gummy package. That's signed. Weird, I know. But this week we're actually giving away an autograph from somebody that passed away recently. We're giving away this signed hat. It's an MLB hat signed by the great Lou Brock. Lou Brock signed hat, says "What a game" on it. And we'll post that up on our Instagram. And if you guys want to enter, all you have to do is go over there and do what the photo says. Real simple. Usually it's just leave a comment. So you can find our Instagram account over at graphersaa.com. That's graphersaa.com. All right. Time for the Case Against nominations. And we have 8 people here. We're going to narrow it down to 2. And then we have our last Case Against for this season on the next episode. So this is a big one, guys. Here are the nominations. Christopher Plummer, who's on almost every nomination. We have Sophia Loren, John Hamm. We have Carol Burnett, Joe Exotic, which is an interesting one. Jason Alexander, Cyndi Lauper, and Jack Black. Pretty good list. So anybody want to whack anybody right there off the bat?
I don't want to say Joe Exotic and whack in the same sentence.
You want to whack Joe Exotic?
I don't know.
Well, that could be multiple.
Yeah, that's
actually
not saying
he is in jail for trying for attempted murder. So.
Oh, that's what you're thinking. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could go multiple. No, I get you. I'm saying it could go multiple ways because of that. Anyway, do you want to whack Joe Exotic? Andy, do you specifically want to whack Joe Exotic?
I want to cross him off the list.
Okay. Does anybody else want to cross Joe Exotic off the list? Does anybody else agree?
Sure.
I think we kind of put him on there as a joke anyway. So we have Christopher Plummer, Sophia Loren, John Hamm, Carol Burnett, Cyndi Lauper, Jack Black, Jason Alexander. Anybody else pop? Thank you.
Have we only seen one return from John Hamm?
No, he's actually been popping up a bunch lately. He's always been pretty consistent, but it takes him a little bit. I had it up, yeah.
Alexander is a strong candidate, I think.
I think he comes up all the time, so that might be one.
Christopher Plummer do, but I know you guys are going to vote for Christopher Plummer.
I think we got to do a show where we get rid of those.
You want to put them both on there? You want to be a Plummer versus Alexander, where Alexander's definitely going to win? You want to do both? Do you want there not to be a vote? We do double.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy.
It's up to you guys. I mean, if you guys agree with this stuff, you can say yay.
Celebrity signature match.
Yeah. We've done it before. We've done it when there's a tie. We've done the
Right.
dual case again.
Well, if it's a season finale, then
That's what I'm saying, though. It's season
you make it
finale.
a mega show.
Might as well do 2, right?
So we said Jack Black and John Hamm since those.
Well, so
I
do you want
picked-
to pick 4? Well, we can't do 4.
I mean, no.
We could do. Here's what we could do, because you can only do 2 people in a poll. You could do on. I think it's Facebook only allows 2. We could do matchups. So we could do like
Right.
so the old school guys that get nominated every time, Plummer and Alexander, or
Versus-
another duo.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I like the duo.
Yeah.
So
Duo.
the old school guys that get nominated every week. Versus who? We got John Hamm, Carol Burnett, Jack Black, and Cyndi Lauper. Oh, and Sophia Loren. Sorry.
Boys against girls.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Lauper and
Alexander and Plummer and Burnett and Loren.
Those are pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun. Yeah, I think those are the best choices in my opinion. Does everybody agree, or you got disagree?
I like it.
You like it? Scott
I like
likes it.
I like it. Let's do it.
If Scott likes it, we're definitely doing it.
All right.
What? Oh,
Okay, I don't hear any disagreements. I like it too. So let's do it. So we have Carol Burnett and Sophia Loren, TTM Legends, going up against Christopher Plummer and Jason Alexander, TTM Legends. Who do you want to see? We're doing 2 on the next episode. You guys can actually go vote on Facebook and also on Twitter. And those links are actually on our website, graphersaa.com. Go vote. Have some fun. Figure out if these people are signing real or if they got a secretary. That's kind of what we do, guys. We'll pull the signatures up, look at them, see the differences, and give our opinions. Okay, let's move to a Fanatic feedback and man, oh man. So since we switched Fanatic feedback over to Instagram, it kind of exploded. So we got a lot of questions. And Scott actually threw one in there, but I'm throwing yours out, Scott. Marty says, what has been your favorite English success? Mine was Elton John via Home Address. Addy, 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 addy. So right off the bat, I can think of Maggie Smith. For me, was good. Let's see, English. It has to be English because I was thinking overseas it'd probably be Jackie Chan.
Charlie Watts
So that's a good one. Yeah,
from the Rolling Stones.
I'm going Maggie Smith for me, but you guys go ahead and give your best. If you don't have one, just say you don't have one. Yeah, Troy.
I'm gonna go.
Andy, I know you got one.
Yeah, well, I can't really think of, but Julian Glover, I like.
I was thinking of him too.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Because I just sent to him
Star
again.
Wars
That's why
guys.
that's. Oh no, Roger Moore, Switzerland.
Dang,
I'll take that one.
that's a good one.
That's my favorite one. It was his ski resort that he goes to during the ski
Yeah.
season.
Dang,
just
doing
happened
that
to catch
deep
him there.
research, deep, thick research.
Yes,
boys.
I guess I don't have that many, so I'd have to probably go like what Mike said with like Dennis Lawson, who played Wedge in Star Wars. A
Legend.
couple of the Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of good Star Wars stuff overseas.
Jeremy, I know you wrote back in the day.
Overseas? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
did you do in the overseas?
Yeah, not very rarely.
You'd
I
be the
do
guy
have
that went and got the
Glover,
postage at the post office and didn't do the international stamp.
No, I did a few.
How many
I did-
international I put on this? 7? Okay.
The envelope is just full of forever stamp.
Hey, you live and learn, you know. I had it down back. I had it down pat back then. I mean, a little
Yeah.
rusty now, but I'll get it.
It changes.
It does. Shoot, man. I don't.
Can't come
I
up with
can't.
one. It's fine if you can't come up with one, man. If
I
you,
looked
if you
up-
think of it later, you can tell us.
I got a couple of successes out of Canada, but it's not overseas.
English enough.
That's French, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scott, you need to do
But-
some cricket doodles.
Oh yeah, dude.
I sent a
up.
doodle to Queen Elizabeth, but she hasn't returned yet.
Yeah. She's stingy. Okay, Caleb asks, what is your guys' favorite autograph in your collection? We get this a lot. Actually, mine's probably the Dick Perez drawing of Hank Aaron. Probably now. That's probably my favorite one that I own now, just because it's. I mean, Dick Perez is like the guy that was baseball cards back in the day with the Diamond Kings. So, how about you guys? Your favorite autograph in your collection?
Currently, mine would be Kazoo Kid, I think.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, you need to make some custom trading cards.
Which I don't know where I put it because I put it someplace safe, and I
Oh.
can't remember where it is right now.
Gotta keep track of your autographs, fellas. We have to go about talk about binders again. Oh, we don't. Chase isn't here to chastise, so we won't. Come on, guys.
Anybody else?
Favorite autographs?
My two favorites are my first one that I ever got. I still have Mr. T, which started the whole thing,
Right.
and then my first like real in-person one as Tiger Spring Training was Lance Parrish, who was my favorite all-time player, and I still have those cards that I signed.
We should do the case against that Mr. T because I have a sneaky suspicion that there might be a secretary involved. Just saying.
I got that when I was second grade. Shut your mouth.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
That's what Zane said about my Robin Williams too, and he
send it to PSA. See what happens. Scott, Jeremy.
Probably YouTuber Jimmy DeResta, who kind of got me back on this path that I'm on now.
Very cool. Yeah, I remember getting that one. Jeremy.
I got a boxing glove signed by Robert De Niro, which I had someone get that was, someone that does a lot of in-person in New York City. I paid for it, but it's
got you on some of those.
De Niro signed glove.
Very cool. All right, Andy, you have a collection that probably outmasses all of us combined.
What?
Breaking Bad. Yeah, that one's really cool. Yep.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, so the next question. I'm gonna speed these up a bit. So this is coming from Go Cubbies Go. He asks, with the abundance of crappy initial style autographs that are so prevalent lately, who do you think has the worst signature ever, and who has the best, fanciest signature ever? I think we could all agree Mary Costa has the best and fanciest, right? She beats all. I can't think of anybody better than her.
Right?
With all the loops.
Yeah, it's like basically calligraphy.
Yeah.
I'd have to go Kevin Costner for our worst. I used to call him K-Line.
It's a bad one.
You know, he's got a bit.
Maybe, go ahead.
Peter Dinklage has a crappy signature.
It's very short.
There's a guy.
It's basically a squiggle line, like literally. That's it.
I think a lot of athletes have that too nowadays. It'd be tough for the hardest, the worst one, because there's so many bad ones, like you said, out there.
There's a guy that Pat Neshek called out on social media. I think he's the guy from Slipknot, maybe, but he bought like a CD insert that was signed. It's basically just a C like this. And Neshek's like, I'm getting my money back. This is garbage. Like if you have somebody who collects autographs on the scale of Pat Neshek calling you out, your autograph is complete garbage.
We should have Pat.
Oh, it's like was it Michael York? He just does a little scribble with like a dot.
Michael
York guys.
I haven't seen this.
I know who you're talking about. He was on
he has
5.
like and he's an old school guy, but his
who's the Asian guy from The Hangover?
Ken Jong-ho. No.
That guy.
Yeah, he's a doctor. It's
and his is garbage too.
Yeah, lots of garbage out there, so it's hard to pick the worst one because
Jared Leto is another one. His is like a symbol or something.
Yeah. Well, I've seen. If it's a symbol, it's above some of the other ones I've seen.
Is it like Prince?
Some of these are like literally. All right, let's move on to the next one. I watched the episode 1 of season 1. I think I'm too late, but it's worth a shot. Bacon Getty, did I win? No, you did not. But I did send. I messaged that guy and I sent him some swag because I appreciated the throwback. So Rob has the question. This question would be easier to record than type out, but I'll give it a try. I know the standard rule is don't send something that you can't afford to lose. However, should that be the standard of what you get signed? For example, should printing plates get signed, low numbered cards, number to 25, rookie cards of top prospects? Or do you think those kind of cards lose their value, and adding the autograph. Numbered cards, probably, maybe, I don't know. They probably depends who it is, right? Because if it's a no-name person, then maybe I don't know. The value would be the same, really. It wouldn't add any value. But if it's a signed rookie card, now those are going nuts right now. So like, if it's an actual rookie card, not some like ex-rookie or minor league card, if it's an actual rookie card, signed rookie cards are in high demand. It's like totally the opposite of what we grew up knowing as kids. They said never get your rookie cards signed. Those are worth more money unsigned.
Out of our little community, I will give props to Garrett, card cutter 23. About three years ago, he started getting signed rookie cards, and people poo-pooed on it. I mean, there were purists that said you never get like a Joe Namath rookie card signed. It will devalue completely. And he didn't listen to him. He started posting. Next thing you know, got the momentum, the ball starts rolling.
Yep.
And everyone's getting them. And now all these celebrities are like, well, that rookie card's worth a crap ton more. I'm going to sign a regular card for $50, but if you want this rookie card signed, it's $250.
Yeah.
And Garrett was ahead of the curve on that, and he got him before that happened, and he just sold a Joe Namath rookie card. It was awesome. So
yeah,
kudos to him for being ahead of the game.
That was sacrilegious when I was growing up. Because I remember going to a Bobby Orr signing, and the guy had a rookie card. Oh, I'm gonna get, and me and my buddy looking crazy. Oh,
yep.
Sorry.
I know you're
there goes our
you can't do that. I mean, you're going to kill the value. A rookie card is only supposed to be a rookie card and not signed.
Right.
Like, oh, whatever, I'm going to get it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yep.
It's probably laughing at me right now.
It's definitely changed. I think with the numbered cards, I will say this: if it looks better signed, like numbered cards usually have color to them, so some will pop better than others. I'm actually dealing with that right now. I've been looking for some stuff for some private signings, and I found some interesting parallels and numbered cards that just the signature will look better on. So if you're looking for how it looks, just go for it. Get your numbered card signed. I don't think it really matters. Just enjoy the hobby. On price wise, it may not increase the value, but at least you'll like it a little bit more. So next question is also from Rob. He sent a few. He asks, how do you file the autographs by last name, team, set, year? Where's Chase? Chase is the master of organizing stuff. So I just do it by name.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Name.
Yeah.
Name.
Last name, right?
Last name.
Last name.
Yeah. Nope.
Yep.
No,
I guess we're all considered. I don't know.
No organization whatsoever here.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. My crap is everywhere.
I get it in, I stick it in the next available slot and keep moving.
Andy's like, I do it by year. I got all these in 2001. I got all these in 2002.
Let me tell you something. I tried to do it, and it lasted about 2 months, and I'm like, I can't keep up with this. I made little tabs in it. It looked really nice, but no.
Yeah, I printed out.
Mine's by the set right now, just for my set building, but the other ones are just by sport.
Yeah,
I can't keep up with it.
No, not even alphabetical, huh?
No.
Next up, we have the last question coming from Rob. What are your go-to pen brands for getting autographs? Balls, cards, 8x10s, and he says thanks. So, I don't know, man. Like, I don't do IPing a lot, so I do send pens every once in a while, but I guess Sharpie, like fine tip blue, right? That would be good, pretty good for cards. What do they call it? Stadler? What is everybody talking about this Stadler thing? I don't actually meet the people, so I don't bring the pen. I've heard a lot of talk about Stadlers.
Yeah.
Is that the popular?
I think they bleed on the ball after a while. I believe. I'm almost positive they do.
Yeah. So different surfaces require different things. So they're probably talking about photos for Stadlers. I think.
Whoa.
Photos. You know what I used to?
Marker on a
pens.
ball? No.
Yeah. No.
I'm so against that.
So and with baseballs, I think Bic pens, certain they got people that like certain models and stuff, and it's really a gamble on balls. Everybody says they have it down pat. This is the ball I use. It's an authentic, which is the best. The authentic Major League Baseball is the best. But when it comes to pens, you can think you have it down and you can still have stuff that bleeds. It's just gonna happen. It has to be environmental, I guess, because it's so random, it feels like. But you can reduce that percentage down with certain brands, but I always used a Bic on.
Depends how you're storing it too. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
If you got baseballs near a window where light's coming in, it's going to affect it. I mean, just
probably humidity,
a bunch of different factors that attribute to that.
Yeah, it seems like it because I've seen everything bleed. Everything bleeds, guys. All right. That's the last question for today. We're going to move on to the Reaper Report. This is a list of people that passed away in the last 2 weeks. We have Rhonda Fleming, Fred Dean, Hall of Famer Joe Morgan, Hall of Famer Whitey Ford, and Eddie Van Halen. Some giant names on that list. And the Hall of Famers that died in 2020 in baseball that list's getting crazy. So hopefully no more pass away, but we'll see. All right, that's the show, guys. So we're gonna do promotions here. Jeremy, you're the guest host. You get to go first.
All right. Well, I got 2 platforms. I got my Facebook page, which has been up for 7-8 years now, and it's still active. It's the Autograph Boss on Facebook, so you can check me there. Like the page. Once I start getting stuff rolling in, it'll be uploaded to the Facebook page. And I created a Instagram page at the Autograph Boss. So all my returns will also be on there as well. So
going to the new platform. See, smarter than we are. We all stuck to the old one and didn't get any followers. All right, Scott, what you got?
Let's see. Shuffle Trades is coming up, isn't it?
Hey, yes, it is.
All right. And then if you're new to the hobby or if you're coming back in, I think Troy's videos actually are very, very good for that.
Yes, I agree. And go check out Scott at Reindeer Studios. I'll throw that in there. Andy, what you got?
Nothing. What? When do I have anything?
No, you gotta promote your YouTube.
You get featured on my YouTube like every time I sign in that says 7 years ago. Here, watch this Andy video.
Yeah, no, that was I think I did like 2 weeks ago, 3. I did the coach's sketch video,
which has taken off, and other people are stealing your idea.
Yeah, and ruining the hobby. Thanks.
And ruining
Thanks,
the
Andy.
hobby.
Thanks,
So
Andy.
I might have to. Yeah, well, you know what it is? Chase had me buy the 100 pack of those cardboard things, and I got like 70 left. So now I got to really start. I might do that again.
Got to get those those minor college coaches now.
Yeah, there's a couple that I have out there, but I actually went through my list and I actually fell behind. My return stat was really good, and now it's shrunk down a little bit
because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, well, the problem is Joe Gibbs and Mav Levy, I rejected my mail because they're afraid it's infected. So I think I'm gonna get a few more of those back. But I actually sent out a couple the other day that were RTS, so I resubmitted them out. But
well, if you want to see them, where do they go? Where do they go to see your returns?
What's that?
Where do they go to see your returns? YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, YouTube
here every Tuesday.
Yeah,
Andy Summers. Link is on our website.
But yeah, just look it up and try and find me. Dude. Yeah, it's on the website. There you go.
graphersAA.com.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
Good job, Andy. We're gonna go.
I try.
Me.
I said Troy, but yeah.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Troy.
Okay. Kind of on a little bit of a self-induced hiatus, but you can find me at TTM Autograph on all the major networks except Twitter, where it's just Trutter. And that's all I got.
You got $1,000 sticking out of your pocket, by the way. I just thought I'd tell you. We'll go to Mike. Mike, what you got?
All right. You got about a week and a few days to get your stuff into Shuffle Trades.
Whoa,
for the end of the month. If not, it carries over until November. Autographs for here is going to have a big announcement next show. I'm going to tease that as a cliffhanger.
Oh boy, I know what it is, but I can't tell you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, like everybody said, shuffletrades.com, send a signed card, get a signed card, random shuffle. Just kind of a fun thing that I do on the side. Shuffletrades.com. And then we also have another big thing coming up on the next show, which will be our last show of the season. Let's see. We might pick the winner of TTM of the week on the show. If not, we'll do a separate video that will be released after the show. I haven't decided yet, so that's coming up. There's also a big announcement on something you guys can actually do while we're on hiatus and get some pretty cool stuff in the mail. We did a lot of prepping for it. Let's say that our wrists are very sore. We'll put it that way. But it was fun, and we'll announce that on the next show. So if you definitely check out the next show, if you're listening to this, it's going to be a banger. And the podcast is really I want to promote. So, and bargainhistory.com, my store. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for all these fine fellas for being on. And you take care, all of you autograph addicts.